love this time of year here because, oh, that's one of the reasons why. All right, 4 o'clock in the morning, heading to the spot. My buddy John picked up some live eels yesterday. So we're gonna be throwing some live eels on circle hooks during the stronger part of the outgoing tide to try and pick up those fish. And obviously using some artificials as well, kind of mixing it up. It's the first week of June here in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and the bigger fish are finally starting to arrive. Hopefully today we can pick up a keeper striper. It used to be just a 28-inch minimum. Now it's a 28-inch to 35-inch slot limit. So anything over that, you're not allowed to keep. I'm hoping we can get one in that slot size and I can bring it home and cook it up. That's the goal for today. Hopefully we get a bunch of big fish. Thank you very much for watching. Is the tide supposed to get stronger? Or are we on the second half now? Might make drifting a little easier, honestly.
Yeah.
Give that eel more time to get down there.
Right.
Man, look at that sunrise. Beauty. Got a top water, big ass conventional for eels with a circle hook and a jerkbait rod. I want to throw an eel on one of my light rods. I think I'll use my spinning rod. Yeah, I'll use my spinning rod. Can't help myself, gotta throw the top water. Dude, that's a really good fish. Top water. First fish of the day. Dude, it feels good. It might just be the current. Sunrise. Top water. Pretty good one. That's a good one. Yeah, nice. First fish of the day. That's a beaut. 26 and a half.
Nice.
26 and a half. Good first fish. Top water. It's like 5th cast with the jerkbait. Think so. He's in that current. Pretty good, dude. Come here. Yeah. It's a good one. All right, how do I want to do this? It's a really good one, dude. Come here. Oh. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good one, dude. Holy shit. He might go. Damn. Thank God I changed those trebles. Wait, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pounds. 7 pounder. Give him a measure. This guy's gonna be close. No joke. Might go 27. Yo, he's 28 and a half.
Hell yeah.
On the nose. 28 and a half. I think he's gonna come home with me. Yeah! Catch and cook, episode 1. Let's go. Well, that didn't take long. One like my 3rd cast and then that guy. Put him out of his misery first. And then bled him out. And I have him on some ice. I think it's like 5:30 in the morning still. Fished with eels for a while, nothing. That's 2 quick fish on the jerkbait. So the rest of the morning is just gonna be for fun. And then I'll get back home and cook that guy up. That one feels better. A little better. Yeah, not bad. That's a great fish. Nice fat one. 5 or 6 pounds. Cool. Let's get another one. Man, I don't even know if I'm gonna show all these in the video. I wanna make this a catch and cook. Video is gonna be 2 hours long. I probably caught 20 fish. I'll cut out all the really little ones. God, 2 casts in a row. This guy's little. That was just a baby. Okay, well, like I was saying, I'm trying to make this a catch and cook. Can't show half the fish that I've caught. Another one. Well, my GoPro battery died during that last fish, but It was no different than any of the others. Just another striper. Love this time of year here because, oh, that's one of the reasons why. Oh my God, so sick. He ran out into the current. Oh, it came off. I had him false hooked for sure. Felt him sideways. What I was saying, I love this time of year here because if you come to an area enough like I do here and you really dial in a bite, like I've done, if you've seen any of my past videos, most of my recent ones have been here. You really dial in a bite, you figure out what they're doing, what the best tide is, what the best time of day is, everything. You come here, like, I haven't had a day less than, there's another one. I don't think I've had a day less than 20 fish in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Came off, okay. He ran over the rocks over there. That's good, I would have had to run and get him. It's a couple casts in a row, I think. Gotta be persistent because this place is really hot and cold. And you gotta know exactly what to use, what they're on, what bait they're on, everything like that. If you figure that out, it's game on. You can really, really catch them here. Yeah, I've caught probably 25 to 30 fish in the probably 2 to 3 hours I've been here, which is really typical. Kind of spoiled for that, but at the same time, there are people here who come and don't catch anything. It's not like everybody's just hooking up left and right. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, and lock it. That's all it is. Oh, he hit it once. Missed it. There he is. Oh, God. Oh. Come on now. If they hit it and they miss it, and you know like they're still on it, there could be a chance. If it's like near the rocks, I'll just really burn it in to me, and then when it's 5, 6 feet away, I'll kill it. And I watch my line. There we go. There's one. And I'll watch my line because a lot of times the fish will have grabbed it, missed it, and then you start burning it and it looks like it's swimming away. And so you burn it back here and then you pause it, and they're opportunistic, so they'll go right back after it. Get them off. Man, all these fish coming off. Coming towards the end of the day. When I say that, I mean I just want to go home. I say that not because the fish aren't biting, because they definitely are still. It's probably like 6:30 or so. I do think the bigger fish eat in the morning, earlier in the morning. That's when I got my keeper. I think that's just when stuff really tends to go down. There we go. See if we can actually land this one. All these fish are just cookie cutters in the 20 to 27 inch range. Super common for around here. Feisty little guy. Get out of the rocks. Don't do that. Tiny. Yeah, I'm gonna keep fishing here. I'm gonna turn my camera off. I'm not gonna film unless I think I really have a good one. I'm gonna get home and have some breakfast and fillet that fish. All right, so I'm back home. I got my fish off the ice. Nice striped bass. And we're gonna fillet her up here. All right, we've got 2 nice, complete 100% boneless fillets. 100% boneless. This side, I cut a little bit too much off the belly. That's okay. These fish have pin bones, which run along right here. And the rib meat on a striped bass is kind of difficult to get unless you get it perfect and all together and not in kind of streaks like I did. It's very difficult to take the pin bones out without cutting off that belly meat. So here you can see they run till here and they stop, but here probably run till around here, but I accidentally cut off this little piece. That's okay. So now I'm gonna cut them into portions and throw them in the fridge for tonight. All right, so I got my striper portions here. I ended up taking 4 off of one fish and 3 off of another just because of that meat that I missed on the second side. So they stay even. So I did keep the skin on, but if you notice, I did scale it. The recipe I'm gonna use tonight, it's important to keep that skin on to make it extra crispy. Also, striper skin is fantastic. It doesn't add any sort of gamey flavor or anything like that. And I just love the way that looks. They're grouped in terms of thickness. So you can see that they're level, all equal thickness here. So They'll be bagged together and I will cook them together based on their width, because they'll take the same amount of time to cook as each other to prevent undercooking or overcooking the fish. So I'm gonna bag these up and put them in the fridge, and today probably around 5 o'clock I'll take them out and start prepping dinner. All right, so it's about 5:30 or 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna start preparing the fish. So I had the fish in the fridge. I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna score each piece. So what this does is it prevents the fish from curling up when it's in the pan. And the key here is to make a shallow cut that goes all the way across the skin. So each cut should be all the way across the piece of fish from one end to the other. You don't want to cut too deep, just a shallow cut in the skin. So once I've scored all my pieces, I'm going to salt the fish now. So I'm using just some kosher salt, and I'm gonna put that all over each piece on the skin side and on the flesh. I'm gonna rub it in really well and then put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Now while that's in there, I'm gonna start making my Romesco sauce. So the Romesco is gonna use 1 cup of unsalted raw almonds, 2 cloves of garlic, the juice of half of a lemon, 4 plum tomatoes. I'm just gonna cut the tops off of those and throw them straight in the blender raw. 1 jar or 12 ounces of roasted red peppers or bell peppers, a tablespoon or 2 of extra virgin olive oil, a teaspoon or so of kosher salt, and some fresh basil. I like to chop the basil before I put it in. So what I'll do is I'll take a bunch of leaves and I will put them all together, roll them up, cut the stems off, and then chop them into little ribbons. I find that this helps make a more homogeneous blend when you put them all together. All right, now we got all of our ingredients in our blender. We're just gonna pulse this for quite a while. Put it on the highest setting that you have on your blender and let that run. I let it run for probably 3 minutes or so those almonds really break up and everything really comes together nicely. So we're gonna put that to the side for now, and we're gonna go back to the fridge and grab our fish. Now this part is super important. We're gonna pat dry the fish with paper towels. You wanna make sure there's as little moisture as possible on the outside of your fish before cooking it to ensure that that skin is really gonna crisp up and not get just soggy on the outside. Once we've done that and it's ready to be cooked, I'm gonna prepare a quick Caprese salad, which is just gonna be some chopped tomatoes, fresh mozzarella, topped with some sweet balsamic glaze, and some chopped basil. So now we're gonna take our Romesco and put it in a small saucepan over very low heat. That's just gonna slowly heat up and thicken just a little bit while we cook our fish. Now to a skillet, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and once that olive oil is nice and hot, you're gonna lay down the fish. Now I kind of crowded my pan here because I have 4 pieces. You really wanna give those fish space to cook. Now you really wanna leave those skin side down for as long as you can. That'll make that skin really, really extra crispy. And once they're almost done crisping up, I'm gonna add just a little piece of butter underneath each piece. That's gonna give it some nice flavor on the outside. Now I noticed that the skin is looking nice and crispy and done, and the fish is actually almost cooked through. I'm gonna flip it over and cook it just for like another minute at the most. So on my plate, I'm just going to take a couple spoonfuls of the Romesco underneath as a base, and then lay my fish right on top there. And the outside of that striper is extra crispy. The fish is not dry at all, and that Romesco is fantastic. This is by far one of my favorite ways to cook striper, and you can see it doesn't look half bad either.